In this class we are going to discuss about the next problem that is related to the Boolean algebra. Okay, so what is the next problem means? Express the following functions in sum of minterms and product of max terms. Okay, so yesterday we discussed that is also related to the sum of minterms and sum product of max terms, but it is in the form of expression, Boolean expression, right? So that means whatever the function we are having, it will be expressed in the form of variables, right? So here whatever the expression, that means we are taking the function in the form of it will be decoded into the binary numbers. Okay, so directly we are having the problem in binary numbers. So first we have to convert that into sum of minterms and product of max terms. After that we reduce that equation into minimized expression. Okay, so how to do this means, now we'll check it. First one, the first function is f of x y z is equals to summation of 1 3 7. Okay, so first we have to check the first rule is it in SOP form or POS form. Okay, is it in sum of minterm or product of max term. So sum of minterm is nothing but it is having the summation symbol, right? So SOP is related to the expression in the form of summation, or otherwise it can be expressed in like this, small m. Okay, so product of some expression or function can be expressed in the form of the symbol of product, or maybe it can be expressed in capital M. Okay, so here we'll have the direct symbols for this SOP and POS. So depends upon that symbols will conformed into that expression into, or that function into SOP or POS, depends on this symbols. Okay, so here we'll have the directly the symbol is summation symbol. So then this is related to the SOP, right? That is nothing but SOP means it is expressed in sum of minterms. Okay, this function is expressed in sum of minterms. Okay, so now what we have to do means, first rule is that is in SOP or not, check it first. So after that whatever the function we are having, it is in if it is in expressed in the form of binary numbers, okay, so directly it will be converted into the first minterm equation. Okay, so directly we are having this equation is in the form of decoding equation into the binary numbers, right? This is nothing but the expression, whatever the function we are having, that is expressed in the form of binary BCD equation. That means it is in the form of decimals 137. So this 137 we have to decode it into the binary numbers. After that binary numbers we have to express in sum of minterms. Okay, so first we have to convert this into f of x y z is equals to, so summation of 137, summation is nothing but that is related to the SOP or sum of minterms. So which symbol we can express sum of minterms, that is small m, right? So here I can directly write it, so like this. Just observe the previous problem so you can understand. So if you may, the problem is like this, if you may given the problem is like this, you can directly this will be converted into like this. After that this will be decoded into the binary numbers. Okay, so based on that binary numbers you will be write the expression in variables. Okay, so that means based on that truth table we have to write that expression. Okay, so after writing the expression you have to minimize that expression like this. Okay, so we have to reduce that equation into this equation into like this. Okay, so first we have to write this decimal equation into sum of minterm equation. So that is nothing but which one is expressed in 137, that is expressed in directly m1 m3 and m7. So this is already in minterm equation, right? So now what we have to do means, the second next step means this m1 m3 m7. So this is in three variable, in that equation we are having the three variables, right? So three variables is nothing but how many possibilities we are getting for three variables, totally 8 possibilities, right? So already you know for three variable combination of truth table, so that is nothing but x y z, then the output becomes 000 001. What are the possibilities we are getting? Just write it, 010 011 100 110, sorry 101 110 and 111. So this is the total 8 possibilities we are getting for the three variables, right? So based on these three variables we have to write the sum of minterm equation. That means we have to mention that product terms. So x complement, y complement, z complement. Why I am taking 0 as complement means already I explained in that previous class. SOP in the form of 0 we have to take it as complement, and 1 will be take it as normal, right? So depends on these combinations we have to write the expression. So first equation is m1 is nothing but the first place, 0 0 1. So 0 0 1, this is m1, and the m3 is nothing but 0 1 1, and m7 is nothing but that is triple 1. Okay, so based on this binary information we have to express the boolean function. Okay, so that is nothing but x complement, y complement, and z, plus here x complement y z, plus here x y z. Okay, so this is nothing but functioning of the, that means boolean function for this decimal number. That means nothing but whatever the sum of min term equation we are having, that will be right in boolean expression. Okay, so m1 is nothing but, so 0 1, 1 is nothing but 0 0 1. Okay, so the next one is third one is nothing but 2 3. So third place is 0 1 1, and the seventh place is nothing but triple 1. Okay, so 0 as take it 0 can take it as complement, and 1 will be take it as normal. So just check it in the previous problem, 0 complement and 1 is normal in SOP. Okay, so in the same way we are taking. So now after getting the expression based on this function, so this function can be, that means whatever the expression we are getting, that can be completely reduced. Okay, that means we have to minimize that expression. That is the last step. So how to minimize it means based on that some rules and based on that theorems will minimize that expression. Okay, so now we'll check it. So x y z, function of x y z is equals to, here we'll get the x complement y complement z and x complement y z and x y z. So just check it in the first problem. We are having in that first two terms we'll have any common terms. We have to reduce, means we'll cancel the terms. We need to cancelling the terms. Okay, so any common term will have in that. So in these two terms yz as common, right? So in the second term and third term we'll have the common term as yz as common. The remaining term is x complement plus x. Okay, so then function of x y z is equals to x complement y complement z plus yz into, already we know this function a plus a complement is equals to, what is the Boolean rule? So a plus a complement is equal to 1. So like this, here also x complement plus x is equals to 1. So then function of x y z is equals to, here z as common term, right? So you can take it as z as common. So the remaining term will get x complement y complement plus y. Okay, so this is the reduced function for this f of xyz of summation 137. So here any cancellation terms is not there, so and any common terms are also not there. So directly you can take it as like this. The function is take it as like this. So this is the complete reduced function for this f of xyz. Okay, so now coming to, that means if any problem is given like this in sum of min terms, you can take it as directly that will be converted into the min term equation. After that, decoding into the binary numbers, based on that binary numbers you will write the expression. So finally, after getting the Boolean function, you will be converted. That means you will be minimized that expression. Any common terms will have, just take it that common term, any based on the rules and based on the theorems, you will write the value for that. If any, after taking the common terms, you can simplify like this. Okay, so this is the procedure how to reduce the equation. So now coming to the second function, that is f of a comma b comma c comma d. That means in that we'll have the 4 variables. So pi of 0 1 2 3 4 6 and 12. Okay, so here first check it, is it in POS or SOP? Directly based on this symbol we'll explain that. Based on this symbol we identified that is in POS, right? So this is in POS expression already, and POS is nothing but it is applicable for product of max terms, right? So based on this function we'll decoding that values. Okay, f of abcd is equals to, how to write the product? This is nothing but already we identified, that is POS. POS symbol is nothing but we can write the expression in capital M. So M naught. So how to write the expression product of sum? So in between each term will have the product, so you can write it. So here also in each term, that means in each min term will have the in between two min terms or in between the three min terms we have to mention that sum. Why? Because means this is sum of product. That's why I can mention here product. Here we'll take it as sum. Okay, so like this way here this is product of sum. So sum is nothing but that min term is nothing but each in between each variable will express the sum expression, and in between each term will express the product. So that's why I can write it here m0 into m1 into m2 into, and this is m3, next m4, m6 into m12. Okay, so now these values will be decoded into binary numbers. Okay, so this function is divided into, expression is decoded into the binary numbers. So how to write the binary numbers means based on that variables will take the truth table, right? So like this. So for 4 variables, how many possibilities we are getting for 4 variables totally? A, B, C and D. For 4 variables, how many possibilities we are getting? Totally 16 possibilities, that is 0 to 15. Okay, so we have to write it 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 1 0 0 1 0 0 0 1 1 and 0 1 0 0 0 1 0 1 0 1 1 0 0 triple 1. So after writing 0 to 7, next we will start from the 1. Start with 1. So 1 triple 0, 1 double 0 1. So next 1 0 1 0 1 1 1 sorry 0 1 1. Next 1 triple 0 sorry 1 1 0 0. Next 1 0 1. The next one is 1 1 0. The last one is all ones. Okay, so now write it the expression. So first one is m0. m0 is nothing but the first one, so all will be zeros now. So how to write the expression in POS? So that is nothing but here we'll take it as 0 will be normal and 1 will be complement. Okay, so now based on this write it. So here already just now explained, that is POS expression. In between each variable will write it the sum. Okay, so that means a complement, sorry 0 as normal, no, so all will be zeros first expression. So a plus b plus c plus d into, for m1 a plus b plus c plus d complement. Okay, so into m2 is nothing but this is 0 1 2, so 0 0 1 0 a plus b plus c complement plus d. Okay, next m3, next a plus b complement plus c plus, so 0 0 1 1, so a plus b c complement plus d complement. Okay, so 3 is completed. Now coming to the 4. So 4 is nothing but 0 1 0 0 a plus b complement plus c plus d. So 4 1 is completed. Now coming to the 6th one. So this is a plus b complement c complement plus d. This is 0 1 1 0 na. So now coming to the m12. So 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. So that means 1 1 0 0 a complement plus b complement plus c plus d. So these are the possibilities we are getting. Okay, so this is the expression for this function. So now we have to reduce this equation. Okay, so how to reduce means by using some laws and theorems. Okay, so here I have to use the only distributive law. So why? Because means the distributive law is nothing but, what is the distributive law actually? So a plus like this, a plus a into b is nothing but, how to write this expression in any product term will have. So we have to simplify this means like this, a plus a into a plus b. So directly we'll get this value becomes a plus a is nothing but, that is nothing but a, right? So or otherwise any complement will have, that will be equal to 1. That means automatically we have to reduce that one variable, right? So automatically one variable is reduced. So that's why I can use distributive law here. Okay, so mostly in that product of sum expressions we are using distributive law. Why? Because means this is already all terms will be in product terms. Okay, so this lie is already in product expression, that's why I can use that law. Okay, so now simplify this expression. F of a b c d is equals to, here just check it in first two terms. So a plus b plus c plus d and a plus b plus c plus d complement. That means in these two variables will have the three terms are common. That means three variables are same and the only variation is d into d and d complement, right? So that's why I take it as this equation like this. A plus b plus c plus, I can write it as this expression is like this, ma. So a plus b plus c plus d into d complement. That means I can take it as a plus b plus c as common, and in between these two I have to write the expression is d into d complement. So why I am writing this equation like this means by using distributive law. Okay, so you can simplify like this. A plus a into a plus b, right? We have to write the expression is like this, no? So you can write it, this expression is like this. So a plus b plus c plus d into, again we have to write the one more function, a plus b plus c into d complement. So we have to write it like that also, right? So that's why I can simplify it by using distributive law. So for the third and fourth term, again here also will have the up to first three terms it will be same. First three variables it will be same. The fourth variable is only changes is there. So that's why I can write it a plus b plus c complement as it is, and the remaining is d into d complement. So again you have to simplify this. A plus b plus c complement into d, the first term is coming, and coming to the next one into a plus b plus c complement plus d complement. So we have to write it like that also. Next, coming to these two terms, in that any term is same. Here a plus b complement plus d. Okay, a plus b complement, sorry, a plus b complement plus d will be same, only the variation is c and c complement. So that's why I can write it like this. A plus b complement plus d plus c into c complement. Again you have to check it. A plus b complement plus d plus c, that is the first function, and coming to the next one, a plus b complement plus d into plus c complement. So this one is clear. Okay, so the last function I can write it as it is, a complement plus b complement plus c plus d. Okay, so here you have to write it by using distributive law. Okay, so now again simplify this equation. So f of a b c d is equals to, so what is the first function? A plus b plus c plus, here just check it, d into d complement. So we'll have the rule in that Boolean algebra, that is a into a complement is nothing but, so normal is multiplied with complement is nothing but that is equal to 0. Okay, so just check it, ma. Boolean algebra will have this rule, a into a complement is equal to 0, like that. Here d into d complement, that means the same variable is multiplied with normal and complement, so that value will be equal to 0. Okay, if any variable having complement and normal variable that is in the form of product, you will write the equation is equal to 0. Okay, so that's why we'll get a plus b plus c plus 0. And coming to the next one, here also d into d complement, na? So that is also 0. A plus b complement plus c plus d into d complement is 0. Next, here also in the place of c into c complement will get the 0. So the equation becomes a plus b complement plus d plus 0. The final one is, what is the final one? Sorry, here there is no place, ma, actually, into. Okay, so in between each term will have the product, no? So here we'll get the product. So into a complement plus b complement plus c plus d. Okay, so this is the equation. So now simplify this part. F of a comma b comma c comma d is equals to, here the final equation becomes like this, a plus b plus c into a plus b complement plus c into a plus b complement plus d into A complement plus B complement plus what is this, C plus D. Okay, so now again we have to reduce this equation. One more possibility will have to reduced. Okay, what is that possibility means, in these two terms A plus C as common and another term is B into B complement. Okay, so that is nothing but again we'll use the distributive law, that is A plus C as common from this and the remaining term is B into B complement. Again check it, is it right or wrong? A plus C plus B, that means A plus B plus C will get the one function, and coming to the second term A plus B complement plus C, that is also one term, right? So nothing will happen, you can write it like this by using distributive law. So and in this any common terms will have in that, so B complement plus D as common actually, B complement plus D if you are taking common, so then you have to write it A into A complement. What about C? So it's not possible. Okay, so directly, why? Because means in that C is not there, directly we'll write it as it is, whatever the possibility we are having, directly you can write it. Okay, so A complement plus B complement plus C plus D. Okay, so f of A comma B comma C comma D is equals to, here B into B complement will write it as 0 na. So A plus C plus 0 and A plus B complement plus D and A complement plus B complement plus C plus D. So f of A comma B comma C comma D is equals to, here A plus C, the final equation becomes A plus C, here A plus B complement plus D plus A complement plus B complement plus C plus D. Okay, so here there is no possibility to take the common terms, so directly we'll write it, this is the final expression. So you may have any possibility for this, any common terms or any theorems will be applicable for this equation, you can apply. Okay, so after applying you can reduce that equation. Okay, so I think up to now it's enough, there is no possibility for this, it doesn't have any common terms actually. Okay, so just check it here, A plus D and A plus D, but in that C is also one more extra. Okay, that's why I cannot take this common term from this. Okay, so this is the POS expression. So this is the procedure to finding sum of min terms and a product of max term. Okay, so this is the one procedure, and another procedure is like this. Okay, so if they are given directly Boolean expression is like this, you can follow the steps for this sum of min term and product of max term, these are, and they given the Boolean function is like this, you can follow the procedure is like this. That means we can convert into sum of min term equation and product of max term equation. After that we can reduce into Boolean numbers. After that, based on that Boolean numbers, we'll write the function. So finally we are getting the expression now from the binary numbers. That function we need to reduce. If any possibilities, if any common terms will have, or if any theorems will be applicable, so based on that you can simplify. Okay, so this is a complete problem for the second, that is sum of min term and product of max term. So now we'll go for the third problem, that is convert the following expressions into SOP and POS. Okay, so what are the problems means, for A problem is AB plus C into B plus C complement D, and for the B problem is X complement plus X into X plus Y complement into Y plus Z complement. Okay, these are the problems. So here just observe what is the problem. Convert the following expression into SOP and POS. That means we need to convert either SOP into POS or POS into SOP. First we have to check it. These are related to SOP or POS. First problem is related to which expression, and second problem is related to which expression. First we need to check it first. So I have to take it first expression, that is AB plus C and B plus C complement D. So just check it. SOP expression is nothing but sum of product, and POS is nothing but product of sum. So that means here just check it, in between two terms will have the product and in between variables will have the sum. So that means directly we can say that this is in POS expression. Okay, so this is related to the product of sum. Okay, so this is in product of sum means what we have to do, convert the following expression into SOP and POS. So already this is in POS, now we have to convert into SOP. Okay, so what is the procedure to convert POS into SOP means, just simply we can say that complement of POS is equal to SOP. This is our rule, right? So complement of POS is equal to SOP. That means simply we can say that we have to apply the complement for this function. Okay, so just I can consider here, let F is equals to AB plus C and B plus C complement D. Okay, this is our, I can consider as this is a F function. So what is to convert SOP means, what is the procedure, we have to apply the complement. So directly I will go with complement. So F complement is equals to AB plus C into B plus C complement D into whole complement. Just apply complement on both sides. On both sides for SOP expression. Okay, so now simplify this expression. So apply the complement for each and every term. So AB plus C complement. So here product of complement is nothing but what we will get, sum, right? So B plus C complement D whole complement. So the next F complement is equals to, again this product is applicable for each and every variable, right? So AB complement, here sum will have, right? So that will be converted into the product. So C complement. So here plus, and here also apply B complement plus, each and every variable it is applicable. So C complement D whole complement. Okay, so now again simplify this. A B, here in between this will have product, that means we'll have the two variables, right? So in between this two variables will have the complement, product, you can convert into the sum. So A complement plus B complement, you can apply the complement for these two variables, then we'll get A complement plus B complement into C complement, this is the first term, plus B complement plus C complement, again whole complement plus D complement, this is the second term. Okay, so finally the expression becomes F is equals to A complement plus B complement into C complement plus B complement plus C complement whole complement. So for any variable we'll have the double complement, that is equal to normal, right? We'll have the rule this one. So C plus D complement. Okay, so this is the sum of product. Just check it, is it in SOP expression or not? So sum of product. So here we'll have the product terms. Here we did mistake, just check it. Here we did a mistake, that is nothing but B plus C complement of complement is nothing but we have to apply the complement for each and every term, right? So B complement, and place will be converted to the directly dot, that means product. So I did a mistake, so sorry for that, you can rectify this. So B complement into C plus D complement. So this is product of, that means sum of product. So this is the first expression. Now coming to the second one. So what is the second problem means, B problem is X complement plus X into X plus Y complement into Y plus Z complement. This is our second problem. Okay, so just check it, is it SOP or POS? Sum of product, right? So directly we can say that this is SOP expression. So we need to convert this into POS. How to convert means, so let us consider first F is equals to X complement plus X into X plus Y complement into Y plus Z complement. Okay, so apply complement on both sides, then we'll get POS expression. So X complement plus X into X plus Y complement into Y plus Z complement for this whole complement. Okay, so f complement is equals to x complement whole complement. So then sum will be converted to the product. So then x into x plus y complement and y plus z complement for this whole complement. Okay, so then f complement is equals to x complement whole complement means x, right? So into here x into, so you can apply the each and every term for this complement. X complement, here the product will be converted to the sum. Next x plus y complement whole complement, here also will have the product, right? That will be converted to the sum. So y plus z complement whole complement. Okay, so then we'll get f complement is equals to x into, here x complement plus, you can apply the for this also. So x complement into y complement whole complement plus y complement plus z complement whole complement. So here plus will be converted to the dot now. So next f complement is equals to x into x complement plus x complement into y plus y complement into z. Okay, whole complement, that means double complement now will get normal term. So finally we'll get the expression becomes, we need to write the expression in the form of product of sum. So this is the product of sum. So that is nothing but like this. We can write it as x into x complement plus xy, x complement y plus y complement z. So this is the final expression for this. Okay, so if you want to solve this expression, okay, that is nothing but product of sum. So how to write it means, you have to simplify this procedure, that is nothing but x into x complement, like this we have to explain. So f complement is equals to, so the final expression becomes like this now, x into x complement plus x into x complement y plus x y complement z, right? So but it is not converted to the POS expression, actually sum and product will get, right? So for this I have to write this expression like this. So this is the one type, and another method also will have in that. So how to find it, this expression into POS expression means this is the one method. So now we'll go for the another method, means what is the expression we are having, just take it that f is equals to x complement plus x into x plus y complement into y plus z complement, right? So we have to convert this expression into POS, right? So this is a one method, and another method is also have, will have, that means another procedure also will have, that is nothing but x complement plus x into, here these two are in complex, product terms, right? First we have to simplify these steps, after that we'll go for the complement method. Okay, so first I have to simplify these terms, xy plus xz complement plus y into y complement plus y complement z complement, right? So again we have to multiply this term, x complement plus, we have to multiply each and every term with x. So x x y plus x x z complement plus x y y complement plus x y complement z complement. Okay, so here x complement plus, already we know a into a is nothing but that is a, right? So like that here x into x is nothing but xy plus, here also x into x is nothing but again we'll get 1x, so xz complement plus x into y complement, like a into a complement is 0 na, so 0 into x 0 plus x y complement z complement. So here you have to write it, a into a is equals to a and a into a complement is equals to 0. By using these two rules we'll simplify this step. Okay, so now we'll get the final expression, x complement plus xy plus xz complement plus xy complement z complement, right? So now apply the complement for this, okay, for converting POS expression. Okay, so now I have to apply the complement for this. f complement is equal to x complement plus xy plus xz complement plus xy complement z complement of whole complement. So for POS. Okay, this is nothing but already in SOP expression, right? Sum of product. So now we have to convert this into POS for applying the complement. Okay, so then we'll get f complement is equals to, so what happens here, product will be converted to the sum and sum will be converted to the product. So now apply the complement for each and every variable. So x complement whole complement into here xy whole complement into, so here product sum will have now, that will be converted into product. So next xz complement whole complement into xy complement z complement whole complement, right? So like this we'll get the expression after applying the complement. Okay, after simplifying the complement we'll get the expression is like this. Now simplifying this part, whole complement means